I'm really excited to be here and starting off this new year with bringing some really important resources to two outstanding organizations that provide a lot of great services for some of our most vulnerable residents here in the Southern Tier. I just had a conversation yesterday with advocates who do a lot of work around expanding access to mental health resources. And one of the things I still am often kind of taken aback by is that we don't have enough public discourse. When we say most vulnerable, what does that mean? And more importantly, what does it look like in terms of our residents who are on the margin, what their experiences, their daily experiences look like, and the challenges that they have to grapple with just to have access to resources that sometimes we can take for granted. And so with these funds that I'm really delighted that I've been able to bring is focusing on transportation in rural communities such as ours. And I know I had meetings here with other stakeholders. This came up as a major challenge with regards to getting participants in their respective programs to actually come here to be able to fully engage in social activity, recreation, again, those things that we can often, especially if we are fully abled, can take for granted. And also other cultural identifiers, whether it's due to income or other aspects. And so I'm really delighted that I've been able to secure funding for these two organizations, and just to start off the year, it's a perfect place to do it. And so I'm going to bring up Jackie Leaf, who is literally right here, Director of Seven Valleys Health Coalition. And so just to share in terms of how much funding, so I'm excited to share that I'll be giving $25,000 to Seven Valleys Health Coalition to support their supports of health transportation program. This program, as I mentioned earlier, and we're on transportation, really provides access to this essential service. And this helps people with getting access to healthcare and many other needs. And so again, without any further ado, I'd like to have Jackie come up and say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
We are very appreciative. Seven Valleys Health Coalition, if you don't know, we're a small nonprofit community-based organization. We're all grant funded. The services that we provide to the community are usually at no cost to the community members. So any help that we can get is immensely appreciated, and we are very effective at spreading our dollars as far as we possibly can. So the transportation continues to be a huge need here in this community. And while this isn't gonna totally give us what we need to do, what we wanna do for transportation, every little bit helps, and this definitely will help us keep some of those programs going. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you, and you get a big check, so let me
Okay.
make sure I give you the right one, because I've definitely done this and given the wrong check before. But no judgment. So we'll do this. Okay, several, okay. Perfect. And you get to keep
I
it.
get to keep this.
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
And next, and certainly not least, tall in stature.
No, going farther.
And equally tall in commitment to doing what I say is, I frame it as the good work. Mr. Ernest Dodge, CEO and President of J.M. Murray. So again, when I was here, it feels like it wasn't that long ago, and I had an opportunity to tour this great facility and have conversations with staff and residents to get a sense of what their experiences are here. And when this opportunity came to me in terms of being able to provide funding, I definitely wanted to make sure that I was able to do that. So again, this is a continued investment, because I know as a state we have to do more because the needs continue to grow. And so I'm delighted to share that I will be giving $20,000 to J.M. Murray, and this funding will be instrumental in the purchase of a new wheelchair accessible van, which will significantly enhance mobility options for our differently able community members. So without further ado, Mr. Ernest Dodge, please come up and say a few words.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Thanks. First, thanks for everyone coming out today. This is a relatively new facility for us, purchased in January of 2020, and then renovated shortly after. And if you can recall what happened in February 2020, it wasn't an easy project to complete. So we love this facility. It's brand new to us. Transportation. When the larger you are, the larger expenses you have, and one of our largest expenses is transportation. And you'll see when you leave today, we look like a used car lot out there. We'll have 30 to 40 vans because we're committed to get people out in the community, and we're recognized by New York State Office of People with Developmental Disabilities for our rehabilitation program, for the site-based, and most importantly, without walls, which gets everyone out in the community. So that's what the wheelchair van is for. It'll add to our fleet, and we're very appreciative.
All right, and then you get a big check too.
All right.
Now, it's not as tall as you,
Okay.
but.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I always dreamed that I'd get one of these, but be on the golf course.
Oh, I have no control over that.
God didn't bless me with a game,
I don't even have any games,
All right.
so I mean, it all comes out in the wash. It does. So again, when I first, got in this seat, one of the things that fueled me into not only running but also continuing to serve is literally all of the work that you all do that I know firsthand as someone who has a background in health and human services. I genuinely understand that as a state, we have to do more, because I understand that historically we have been inconsistent with our investment in services that you all provide to our most vulnerable community members. And so I want to continue pushing, and you all know me well enough by now, at least I hope you do, know that I will continue to be unwavering and will continue to be steadfast in my advocacy for the great work that you do and how we can support it as a state. And it's not all financial. Most certainly policy plays a role and practice, but financial helps. And so with these funds, and so over the course of the year, I've been able to secure over $500,000, and so I'm giving it out across the district, which again I know is just it's a drop in the bucket. However, what's important, I think, for everyone to know is that these are our tax dollars being reinvested back into our communities for programs, resources, services that we all need. And even if it's not directly, it's indirectly, whether it's because of the work that you do or people in your family, friends, your neighbors. It's really important that we continue to provide resources. And as I said at the top of my comments, transportation continues to be a significant challenge, especially in rural areas such as ours. And so I will continue to advocate, whether it's through funding through programs like this, whether it's in our state budget, really trying to push for more transportation access. So again, thank you all so much. I'm glad that this is going to give you some supports, more where that came from. And so just to say again, my deepest gratitude to all of you for all the work that you do, and let's continue to do the good work. And thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And now I'll take questions. We have a couple of meetings